Abuja. Thank you so much for joining us on your favorite breakfast show. Good morning, Abuja. On NTA Channel 5, the Unity Station. Today is a beautiful Wednesday morning that our Creator has made. And you know what? We have a program, fun-packed program filled with information, inspiration, motivation, okay? So all these we are going to dish out to you today. But you know what we do? We start up with our motivation. But I want to remind you that today is the International Day for the preservation of the ozone layer. So we are celebrating the earth. Let me put it that way. We are kicking off the show as always with our motivational moment, and this time we are joining Larry Olushola. And Larry is saying to us, say, look, he's saying to us that we need to break free from the trap of self-comparison, and he calls it the silent thief. So let's hear from him so that we can draw strength to keep us moving. And you know what? Wednesdays at times we feel we are stuck. So we need this push, this spark that will keep us going. So let's join Larry. We'll be right back.
Today we're diving into the topic breaking free from the trap of self-comparison. Now, what is a thief? We say that self-comparison is a silent thief. So how does it steal from you? How is it a silent thief? And what are the consequences of, self-comparison? But let me start off by sharing with us the very first most important element in this conversation. And it's the element and component of authenticity. Self-comparison, steals your authenticity. Let me take that again. Self-comparison, it steals your authenticity and your originality. I'm sure someone is asking, what does authenticity mean? Authenticity is when you live in alignment with your true essence. And your true essence is living in alignment with your value, living in alignment with your identity, living in alignment with your own conviction, living in alignment with your own personality, living in alignment with your own wiring, living in alignment with your gifts, your passion, your mission, your mandate, your mantle, your message, your divine purpose, your calling, and your destiny. So, it is not an imitation. You don't perform to the gallery. You are daily showing up to express your true and your highest self. You don't seek external validation. You don't seek external applause. You flow in purpose. Authenticity is the courage that you have to be real. In this world, that everybody is trying to use other people's indices of success to measure their success. Everybody or most people are looking at other people to determine, where they should be, what they should be doing. Oh yes, who they should be. And it is important for us to recognize that anything that steals your authenticity, anything that steals your authenticity is an enemy. And anything that you get from imitation, anything that you get from a lack of authenticity is fake.
That was Larry Olushola, telling us that we need to focus on our own journey. So he talks to us about breaking free from the trap of self-comparison. All right, now we are moving from the mind to the body. We want to share some healthy lifestyle tips. Let's go there. health, they say, is wealth. And I tell you, small changes, little changes go a long way. Now let's take our first break on the show. Please don't go anywhere.
Good evening, glad to have you join us.
Thanks for joining us on Weekly News Wrap.
Thank you very much for having me.
And it is on that note we welcome you to today's edition of the program.
I will celebrate creativity, lasting impressions.
There's no book stating that this is the role for men.
On the news.
On the news at 7.
Jama'a barkanmu da wannan
The Unity Station, NTA Channel 5, Abuja.
Would say have a lovely day.
This is called the police.
Live on the Unity Station, NTA Channel 5, Abuja.
The least you and I can do is to assist them by making security our primary concern.
Security is everyone's business. This is why NTA Channel 5 Abuja is collaborating with the FCT Police Command in providing a weekly platform for up-to-date security check in the FCT. Join us for the real information every Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. on NTA Channel 5 Abuja, the Unity Station.
I welcome you on today's ride on the show Good Morning Abuja.
This is Window on Abuja.
We have everything it takes to compete with any nation all across the world.
How do we make it? We are not ready to produce.
We've been contributing to the development of your kingdom.
Hello and welcome to Young Hearts.
Our focus today will be on hepatitis B.
Ladylike!
This is Entertainment Gist.
In the 14th century, 15th, 16th century, and even 17th.
That is for zakah to cure our greed.
The purpose why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decided to create humanity.
The Bible talks about a man called Apollos. This is NTA Abuja Channel 5.
See you same time.
And have a great and blessed week ahead.
Yes, welcome back. Today is the International Day for the preservation of the ozone layer. Okay, now we want to take this picture so that we know why it is important, why it matters, and what we need to do. So let's see it. We'll be right back.
International Day for the Preservation of the Ozone Layer. The ozone layer is like a shield in the sky. It protects us from the sun harmful rays. Without it, people can get sick more easily, crops may not grow well, and animals can also be harmed. Years ago, certain chemicals used in fridge, sprays, and air conditioners started destroying this shield. The world came together in 1987 and agreed to stop using those chemicals. That agreement, called the Montreal Protocol, has helped the ozone layer begin to heal.
When scientists found that everyday products were destroying the fragile ozone layer, the world responded with the Montreal Protocol. It rallies governments, companies, doctors, scientists, and citizens to reverse the damage. That saves millions of people from skin cancer and cataracts each year. And the protocol helps combat poverty, address climate change, and protect the food chain. The treaty also creates new business opportunities, and it will save the global economy over $2 trillion by 2050.
Here in Nigeria, we are also learning to use safer products and protect our environment. This year's theme reminds us that when countries work together, we can solve big problems. Protecting the ozone means protecting ourselves, our children, and our future. Let's all play our part to keep our sky safe and our earth healthy.
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله.
May the peace and blessings of Allah be upon each and every one of us. It's another fantastic Friday evening, and you're welcome to NTA Channel 5 Abuja.
First of all, you train yourself, you educate yourself, then you educate your family, and then the community at large.
Fundamentals of Islam Live, showing 7:30 p.m. every Friday on NTA Channel 5 Abuja, the Unity Station. Join us.
As for Allah, nothing but Allah. Ba is the beginning of Bismillah. Ta is for taqwa, bewaring of Allah. And Tha is for thawab, a reward. Ja is for Jannah, the garden of
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Welcome to your weekly guide, Light of Islam. I am Aisha Ahmed.
As Muslims, we know that in Islam, time is a very good and important commodity that we have.
Believe in the angels of God as one of the 6 articles of faith.
Some has made form rows, and how the rows are made is such that the Imam stands in front and then right behind him.
Assalamu alaikum, this is Light of Islam. Keep watching Light of Islam, NTA channel.
That is for zakah, to cure our greed, when we give our money to those in need. I don't know what it is, but she drives me crazy.
Marriage, a beautiful bond, but not without its battles. Behind every smile is a story. Behind every I do is a journey. Mr. and Mrs., the show that peels back the curtain on real relationships. No scripts, no filters, just truth.
I've become a better husband because I've learned a lot from the mistake of the past.
I had feelings, but I wanted to be sure.
Do I have to kneel down to marry?
No, but just do the right.
Join us every week as we sit down with real couples to talk about the raw, the real, and the redemptive side of marriages. From newlyweds to seasoned partners of 40 years plus, no topic is off limits.
Have you ever been in love?
At the end of the year, he came to the village. I saw, oh, this is the brother I saw that time. He said, please, I want to marry you.
This is modern entertainment. It's an invitation to grow, to heal, and to love again. Mr. and Mrs. is about real love, real struggles, and real hope. Every couple has a story. What's yours? Join us on NTA Channel 5, the Unity Station, every Thursday at 7:30 p.m.
'Cause all of me loves all of you.
Welcome back. Indeed, the ozone layer is Earth's guardian, our Earth's guardian, I call it that. So protecting it means we protecting our lives. We want to take this conversation further with our first guest. Joining us is Dr. Charity Apombo. She is an environmental enthusiast. So she's going to be helping us break down climate action from home, what the ordinary Nigerian can do. So join me as I welcome her to Good Morning Abuja. Thank you so much for joining us. Good morning.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. And today is International Day for the preservation of the ozone layer. So should I say congratulations or what should I say?
Yes, congratulations.
Okay, so when we talk about climate action from home, what are we talking about exactly?
When we talk about climate action from home, we are trying to promote responsible actions and impacts of climate change in our various homes. Because as you know, climate affects every one of us. So if there's a change in the climate, whether it's positive or negative, whether it's harsh or the weather is cool, it affects us equally. So how do we as individuals in our own space, preserve our climate, preserve our environment, what we have around us. How do we conserve these things and make it be of a better use to us? Like in our home, we can talk about planting of trees around us, which brings about better air for us to breathe. We can also talk about food, not wasting food, and proper disposal of whether it's food or plastics or papers around the house, not littering everywhere, keeping our environment clean, because when our environment is dirty, then we get ill, so and it affects us. So the action is just for every one of us, whether you're big or small, for the adults, for the youth, for the children. Everybody is supposed to be very responsible when it comes to climate impact.
I like the word responsible. Be very sure about it. Okay, tree planting has been mentioned as climate solution. So how can individuals, communities, even the government, how can they encourage this?
Well, individuals, communities, and the government can encourage tree planting, because as we all know, trees are the lungs of the planet. It's from the trees that we get the air that we breathe. It is from the trees that our plants survive, where we get food. From trees too, we have medicinal values. The herbs are all gotten from the trees. And then when you talk about biodiversity preservation, it's all about nature. Okay, so it's from the trees also that trees also help prevent erosion, in our homes. So when you depend on where you're living, when you see that you're living in an area that's prone to erosion, you plant trees. Those are living in forest areas, you have to plant trees, because it also helps, with the harsh environment. So it's not just the responsibility of the government. Individual, everyone is supposed to be involved, whether you're government or you're a civil society organization or you're even a corporate organization. It's also advised that even in the corporate organizations, now we need to have trees around us, because it calms the tension and the anxieties in the environment. Also, having trees, even inside the office space, you can have those flower pots around. I mean, it makes the whole environment serene and
beautiful.
Beautification, and also brings comfort, to those in the office. So it's actually everybody's responsibility.
And honestly, it is everybody's responsibility, because I've seen where there's erosion, and you find out that because there's this heavy trees around, they were able to protect some of the things. They didn't just flow away from that environment. So you see what planting a tree can do. Now, waste is one of the biggest problems we have in the cities. How can households practice, maintain how to take care of their waste, and also even recycling? So how do you think they can do that?
Okay, so I think everything needs to even start from the household, because from our parents, whatever culture we teach our kids, that's what we grow up with. So even when the government is hampering about it, because of the governmental effects that it's going to have in the society, it's not just about the government, it's about every individual. So when you talk about the home, waste brings a lot of dirty environments, flies, rats, and all of that, which we do not want.
Okay.
So we should be able to save our environment by conserving what we have in the home. Let's start from the food that we eat, waste food. When you want to eat as a mother, you give your children the right portion so that they don't remain that food and the food is wasted. Okay, and when you have all those remnants, you also properly dispose them. You separate your plastic bottles, your paper, and your organic food. The organic food can actually serve you. A lot of us now have gardens in our homes. So you can take those food there and then cover it up to properly decay, and then use it as organic waste, fertilizer for your farm. While the other bottles can actually be sent to these people there are people that come to pick
them, even buy them.
Yes, some of them even. So you see, when you're selling it, you're even making money for yourself. So you teach your children that when you're keeping these bottles, you're going to sell them, and whatever you sell from it, waste to wealth. Yes. So whatever you sell from it, you give it to that child. So the child understand that. I mean, I'm going to start making money when I'm saving bottles, and when I'm not, disposing bottles everywhere around the house. So so those are ways of controlling it and ensuring that in the home we take very good care of them.
Okay, let's talk about energy efficiency. It sounds technical. So how can average Nigerian apply it in daily life without spending so much?
Well, I mean, the present economic situation has actually even taught people how to start, and conserving the electricity in their homes. Because when you know that you're not, there's no one in your home, why should your light be on? There's no one in your home, why is your AC on? I mean, you're building bills. So when you even leave them on right now, when you're going out, you switch off your appliances because you're going to save yourself costs. And also when there's a power surge, it can even lead to fire in the house. So when you're not there, why should it be on? So it's cost effective for us. It's also healthy for us to switch off appliances. When you're leaving your home, you switch off the lights and all that. When you're in the living room and there's nobody in the bedroom, you turn them off. I mean, one TV in the parlor is okay, everybody's watching the TV. If you're in your room and there's nobody in the parlor, you switch off the appliances in the parlor and leave the ones in your room. So by so doing, you're helping yourself, also conserving the time.
Honestly. And we have this mentality, especially when you're not using a prepaid meter.
Or when you're not the one paying the
When you're not the one paying the bills, you just allow everything to go like, okay, we'll take a short break. And when we come back, our conversation continues. All right, let's take this break. When we return, please don't go anywhere because Dr. Charity is still here to give us more.
Good evening, glad to have you join us.
Thanks for joining us on Weekly News Wrap.
Thank you very much for having me.
And it is on that note we welcome you to today's edition of the program.
I will celebrate creativity, lasting impressions.
There's no book stating that this is the role for men.
On the news.
On the news at 7.
Jama'a barkamu da wannan
The Unity Station, NTA Channel 5, Abuja.
Would say have a lovely day.
This is called the police.
Live on the Unity Station, NTA Channel 5, Abuja.
The least you and I can do is to assist them by making security our primary concern.
Security is everyone's business. This is why NTA Channel 5 Abuja is collaborating with the FCT Police Command in providing a weekly platform for up-to-date security check in the FCT. Join us for the real information every Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. on NTA Channel 5 Abuja, the Unity Station.
I welcome you on today's ride on the show Good Morning Abuja.
This is Window on Abuja.
We have everything it takes to compete with any nation all across the world.
How do we make it? We are not ready to produce.
I've been contributing to the development of your kingdom.
Hello and welcome to Young Hearts.
Our focus today will be on hepatitis B.
Ladylike.
This is Entertainment Gist.
In the 14th century, 15th, 16th century, and even 17th.
That is for zakah to cure our greed.
The purpose why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decided to create humanity.
The Bible talks about a man called Apollos.
This is NTA Abuja Channel 5.
See you same time.
And have a great and blessed week ahead.
welcome back. Yes, because today is the International Day for the preservation of the ozone layer. And that's where we are having this conversation. So now we want to look at, we want to continue. Dr. Charity is still here. So please join us. Okay, let's now look at, you know, a lot of people believe that this climate change, climate this, that is just government wahala, international wahala. As individuals, they believe that it has nothing to do with them. But we talked about tree planting. Government will not come and plant tree in your house. So how can, you know, the individuals, especially we're talking about Nigeria now, how can they be part of this? How can they know that this is not government thing? This is not international thing? Because when the flood comes, when there's an issue, the tree that will save you is not the tree they brought from one country. So how do you think they can?
Okay, I think it's just about creating awareness and sensitization. Some people don't really know the importance of tree planting.
Okay.
Some people don't really know why they have to properly dispose. Yeah, that's why you go to some people's house and you just see waste everywhere. Maybe it's a habit. You're already a dirty person. But when you understand that with these things around you can actually fall sick, then it has to do with an orientation.
Okay.
So I think that we need to keep advocating, talking about it, creating awareness and sensitizing people to understand the reason why they need to plant trees, to understand the reason why there is ozone layer depletion, which is caused by CO2, to understand the reason why they need good oxygen, to breathe and reduce the amount of CO2 that is in their surrounding. This is not what the government will come and do for you. It is something that you yourself have to do yourself. So creating the awareness, like for instance, my initiative called the Green Time Initiative. We go from school to school. We organize programs where we invite both the government, people from the community, and even the national orientation agencies and other conservation organizations to come and talk about tree planting, to come and talk about the effects of climate change on humans, to come and talk about the effects of climate change, even on animals, on our surroundings. So by educating people, we take it back, because what we do is catch them young. That's why we take the campaign into the schools, and not just the senior secondary school, down to the nursery level. Because when you start talking to the kids at that level, they take it very seriously. You teach them how to plant tree. They're
especially when they're doing the practical.
Yes, they're excited about planting tree. Everybody wants to plant a tree. Me, my tree, my tree. Everyone wants their tree. So most times we invite the parents to come and plant these trees with their kids. So it's a family thing. It's about bond. And then the children learn. The parents are guiding them. This is how you plant. After giving them orientation on how they should plant. And before that, we teach them the importance of tree. So by teaching them that when they plant this tree, these kids will not destroy any tree in their life. And they always want to go back to the trees they planted to check that the tree is doing well. Mom, let's go and water our tree. How is the tree doing? So gradually you see that everybody is becoming more aware of the effects of tree planting and how it affects us positively. So by so doing, people now emulate the attitude and then make it part of their personal life.
Talking about what you did, taking the children out to, teach them the culture of planting tree. I believe that is not an individual thing alone. It's not an NGO thing alone. So, how, from your experience, taking them out, because I saw, you guiding the children, planting the tree, telling them the importance, and them making sure they monitor their trees. So, how do you think the government can come in?
Okay, the government can actually come in so many ways.
Okay.
The government can actually encourage the people with these initiatives. When you see an organization writes to you that they want to do a campaign, or they want to do a program that is related to the objective of your own organization, which that is your primary duty as a government. But you now have people that are also taking it upon themselves, whether by through passion or part of their own company and core value to plant these trees. The government should come out and support them. Some of these tree saplings can be given to the organizations to plant. The government can also come and also make presentations. You know, the government can also come and talk to the chiefs, because there are some places where you go and plant trees now. And when you leave, you kind of put the trees. You understand? Because they are looking at the present value, you know, because tree planting is a long-term thing. You know, maybe the people who planted that tree, if you properly water your tree, you start seeing the effect of the tree, like in a very short time. But some of these trees are planted and it takes some years for them to really grow and become very big trees. So for some of these villages where we go to plant trees, if they don't understand, they just feel that, okay, you're coming to plant trees, you're coming to take our, like, so you're somewhere where to plant trees. We had to do, the chief had to call the community together, because he said no, that if he let us go and plant, that the community will be on his own head. You know, that is their farmlands and all that. So we now had to, yes, that okay, you're bringing government to come and see that we have this place now, and you want to go and plant tree after government will collect the land from us. So they have different, so they have different mindsets about the whole thing. So they want to protect their own land as well, and then they also want to, they don't want they don't want you to dispose them of this. Okay, it's farmland. By the time you start planting tree, according to them, you plant tree, then
somebody will just come and claim their land. Wow.
So sensitization, the government have to step in to increase their awareness and sensitization, so that everybody will be on the same page. And then financially also support.
Okay, we're talking about protecting our environment. We're talking about, you know, making sure that part of the protection, tree planting and all that. For you, what are those little habits that you feel that not anybody can imbibe to make sure that our environment is protected like that? What are those habits? I know you mentioned tree planting.
Plant a tree. You can join us in the campaign to plant a tree. So we keep planting trees. It's a continuous process for us. So you can also start your own organization within your school, in your home. You can decide that, okay, let's plant 2 trees or 3 trees. One around your bedroom, one in your parlor, one outside, you know, in the middle of the compound where the air can actually spread, you know, around. So start by planting a tree. Start by forming that culture of switching off the appliances, especially when you're going out of the home. Start by conserving water. You know, a lot of us, maybe especially when you go to hotel, you just feel, okay, it's free water, you just keep running. You forget that it's borehole that they have to, they have to use electricity to pump the water. And then the amount of water you spend too, it's too much. I mean, it's just this little body of ours. So you start by,
I'm guilty, that's
so you reduce the amount of water that you waste. You know, when you're washing plates and all that in the home, use the right quantity of water, so you don't keep wasting water. When you're eating food, eat the right quantity of food. Zero waste, please. So it's all for our own good.
Okay, I would like you to share in your, a bit of going around to communities. I want you to share climate-friendly changes that you noticed.
So in a lot of communities now, actually adapting to tree planting, which is good. Then they are also using natural, natural food as well. I mean, that's becoming to be the trending thing now, which is also very good. Then also using the local crafts, made from nature, because it also helps. And there are some restaurants that you even go to now. You see, they use the local plates, the clay plates, which also bring a different kind of taste, to your food and all that. So a lot of communities are doing, and then you go to a lot of hotels too. Now we have eco lodges, which reduces the amount of CO2 in the atmosphere. And you see people going out now on group tours, reducing the number of cars that are going out on tour activities. So that is reducing the amount of CO2 that is also being emitted, and then even carbon footprint. So all of these things reduces the amount of CO2 that is exposed to the ozone layer, and also helps and combat climate action.
Okay, as we round off, and then also celebrate today, what would you say to people watching you, especially Nigerians, what would you say? What would be your final word?
Okay, I said that Nigerians should always remember that health is wealth. Climate change is all about our well-being. Climate actions are actions that we take to conserve our environment, to protect ourselves, and to live a better and a healthy life. So it's very important that you and I should take every action, every little action, no matter how small it is, to help have a good impact on your surrounding.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Just like they say, charity begins at home. So when you plant one tree, imagine on a street, I plant one, you plant one, the other person plants one. You know that actually you can decide to use those trees under the tree, sit out.
Yeah.
You can turn them to a sit out. You can relax and enjoy fresh breeze. So you imagine what that would do. And she has said to us, it's not a government thing alone. It's not an international thing alone, because planting of the tree, like I said earlier, they will come to your house and plant tree for you. And now we're seeing what the changes in the climate. We've seen a flood, we've seen a lot of things happen. So you need the tree. In fact, it's not the tree needing you this time, but you need the tree. Thank you so much, Dr. Charity. Now we want to just, relax. Relax. Let's just soften our mood. Let me put it that way. So let's take this musical from Simi. And she's saying to you, Ayo. Ayo means joy. So we are bringing joy to your home.
My blessing on now, favor for down on me, goodness and mercy follow me every day, everything when I touch for this life, anything when I want, she not my joy, she not push you, now me get out, if they're the dirty, don't mind them, if I don't belly come me, you buy them, my tie don't come,
That was Simi doing what she knows how to do best. She's saying to us, Ayo. For those of us who do not understand Yoruba, it means Ayo means joy. So we are saying to you this morning that as you go out, joy everywhere, joy everywhere. That will be your story. All right, please don't go anywhere. We want to take a breather. When we come back, the program continues.
Good evening. Glad to have you join us.
Thanks for joining us on Weekly News Wrap.
Thank you very much for having me.
And it is on that note we welcome you to today's edition of the program.
I will celebrate creativity, lasting impressions.
There's no book stating that this is the role for men.
On the news.
On the news at 7.
Jama'a barkamu da wannan
The Unity Station, NTA Channel 5, Abuja,
would say have a lovely day.
us to say our goodbyes on the program. As usual, I remain your host the most, Omaride with Erese, and I'll always be here with my bestie.
Je m'appelle Oguntayo Olamposi Justina.
Speaking French now, from Jordan to Sweden.
Adios.
Yes, it's good to know that you are still there. In case you're just joining us, this is Good Morning Abuja on NT 5, the Unity Station. If you missed anything, you don't need to worry. All you need to do is go on YouTube and subscribe to NT 5 Abuja, and then you watch Good Morning Abuja. Okay, as we mark the International Ozone Day, protecting our environment is also as important as for us to protect our lives. So we are shifting from safety to something very, very tasty. As we go into our kitchen, and this time we want to see what we can do with sweet potato and plantain. Let's go there.
If you've never had this sweet potato and plantain porridge, you're sleeping on something really nice. Let's do this, shall we? So we have unripe plantains, we have onions, we have scotch bonnet, salt, crayfish powder, scent leaf, smoked fish, seasoning cubes, palm oil, okay, and then we have ugu leaves, and of course our sweet potatoes. So in a pan, I'm going to go with my palm oil, and then I'm going with my onion, okay. I'm going to saute that a little bit. So saute means frying on high heat, okay. I'm going to saute that a little bit, and then I'm going with my scotch bonnet peppers. So we're going to go in with our crayfish powder. We're going to stir it. I'm going in with my seasoning cubes, and then I'll go in with my smoked fish. Now you're going to mix everything, scatter it, because we want at every bite to, bite into the fish, okay. This is going to be so good, and let me tell you, this meal is so delicious, easy to come together, and with little or no ingredients, okay. I'm going in with my salt, and then I'm going to go in with my washed, cleaned sweet potatoes, okay. I'm adding in my water, and then I'm going to mix it in very, very well to combine, and then I'm going to go in with my plantains. Now you can use semi-ripe plantains or ripe or black plantains, okay, so whichever works for you. And let me tell you, these sweet potatoes are the red one. It is so low in sugar, meaning it is so perfect for you if you're on a weight loss journey, and if you have a diabetic patient around, this is perfect. It is so delicious, yet super healthy for you. So cover the pot and allow it to cook. Now I'm going in with my scent leaves, okay, and then I'm going to go in with my ugu leaves. We're going to cover the pot and allow our vegetables to wilt. Okay, go in with as much greens as you can, because at the end of the day, it is all about your health. So our vegetables are wilted. I'm going to mix everything to combine, and you have, like, voila, you have the perfect dinner, the perfect lunch. It is perfect for any time of the day. Trust me, it was so good. My family loved it, and I know you're going to love it. Okay, and guess what? You're eating guilt free. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you found this video helpful, please do not forget to let us know in the comment section. Click on the like button, subscribe to our channel, and yeah, I will see you in my very another one. Dinner is served. Okay, bon appetit. See you next time. So long. Bye.
That looks delicious. I'm sure you agree with me. So it's something that you need to try at home. Now let's step out of the kitchen and step into the world of sports as we take our sport update.
Nigeria sprint hurdler Toby Amusan has expressed her delight at flying the nation's flag after winning silver in the women's 100 meters hurdles at the ongoing 2025 World Athletics Championship in Tokyo. Amusan produced an impressive performance on Monday afternoon, clocking 12.29 seconds to finish second behind Switzerland's Dicha Kambuji, who stormed to victory in a national record time of 12.24 seconds. Speaking after the race, the 2022 world champion said she was honored every time she had the chance to represent Nigeria on the global stage. Marks Nigeria's first medal at the World Championship in 3 years and adds to Amusan's rich legacy in sprint hurdles. And moving on to table tennis, Africa's two table tennis powerhouse, Nigeria and Egypt, are set to lead the charge for qualifications to the 2026 ITF World Team Table Tennis Championship in London as the continent's top teams converge in Tunisia, for the 2025 ITF African Championship scheduled from October 12 to 19. In the men's event, Nigeria is a dominant force in West African table tennis, and Egypt, the perennial North African champions, are expected to headline the action. They will face stiff competition from teams across the continent.
Exciting times in sport indeed. Okay, now it's time for us to know what the weather outlook will be today, so that you will know what to do, how to plan your day. So let's see today's weather forecast in the city of Abuja. Yes, you've been watching Good Morning Abuja on this beautiful Wednesday morning, and I tell you, this is where we draw the curtains for today's show. I want to say a very big thank you for spending your money with us, and a big thank you to all our guests. Remember that today is International Day for the preservation of the ozone layer. So it's always good for us to take care of our health, take care of our environment, and please take care of others. So you need to be your brother's keeper, all right? My name is Cynthia Upene. Like we always say, be productive, and see you tomorrow.
By the special grace of God, I will be turning 65 years old on the 21st September 2025. And this happens to be a Sunday. This is why I have decided to dedicate the day to God for all His blessings in my life and having a quiet birthday. I wish to appeal to those who would like to send a birthday card, cakes, flowers, greetings in the newspapers, or gifts. Should please send the funds to the designated account for a special project close to my heart, among many others. The completion of the National Library. This will be the best birthday present I could receive. My love for education has informed my decision to dedicate my birthday to this worthy cause. This fund is coordinated by the Federal Ministry of Education under Oluremi at 65 Education Fund, Zenith Bank PLC. Account number is 131,031,4977. Thank you for joining me in this building project. God bless you.
In a world that thrives on instant messaging and digital communication,